Hello, hello. My name is Brittany D. I am a psychic medium and spiritual teacher. And this is my Twin Flame Tuesdays series. So this is where I talk about twin flames, a twin flame journey, just working with that energy. And yeah, just sharing my wisdom and my truth in hopes that it helps you in your journey. So this week we are going to talk about harmonious union. I have a previous video on physical versus harmonious union. This just gives you more of an insight on the fact that there are really two different parts to union. And this video is to give you more insight on harmonious union and what that experience really is like. What is that for? So in our childhood, we experience or a lot of people do. If you are on the twin flame journey, you probably had a pretty traumatizing childhood. And I don't want to say always, but it's just part of the twin flame energy, because there's so much soul in the twin flame energy in that journey, that in order to really get to the soul, you kind of have to be cracked. The outside layers and masks of you have to be cracked to get to the true self. And so trauma is just usually how that happens. It helps speed up how fast, not that trauma is a good thing, but it does help speed up how fast we get back to who we truly are. It's catalysts for us. So anyways, there's just a lot of trauma talk in this video, because the trauma that we experience, prior to even having our twin flame Kundalini awakening in our childhood, there's usually like an abandonment side, a neglect side, to the energy that you are carrying. And then you have your twin flame Kundalini awakening, and then that's when all the runner chaser begins, and you're healing a lot of that codependency that was created in the childhood. But that is also kind of traumatic, because you're like resurfacing all of this trauma through this twin flame energy and through working together, back and forth. And so you're bringing up these wounds and working them out, right, with your twin, energetically, spiritually. Okay. So it happens in the 5D first, then you come into physical union, then you come into harmonious union. And the best way for me to break it down is that, whenever you have your childhood trauma journey that you're working with, you have your twin flame Kundalini awakening, then you start working on these things spiritually with your twin, right, in the 5D. You may have times where you're in the physical together, but for the most part, it's all 5D work. And then you come into physical union, and then you're working through a lot of your physical needs, the needs that were neglected, in your childhood, and whenever you were in this physical reality while working on things spiritually, the ways that your twin didn't show up for you and different things like that. You're working on all those traumas in the physical. And then you come into harmonious union, which is when you finally both consciously attune your energy to one another, you're physically attuned to one another, and you also understand and are attuned to each other's emotional needs. And so then the relationship can then be harmonious. All that codependency is cleared. You've sorted through the spiritual, you've sorted through the physical, you understand and have sorted through all of the emotional. And so that's whenever it's this river of surrender and letting go, and a lot of unconditional love pouring in, because you know that that person has got you and is going to show up for you. You have a secure attachment. All of the anxious attachment, all of the codependency, all of the insecurity, all those things are finally cleared from the relationship, from the energy. And so then all that's left is divinity, is that harmony, is that grace, is that fluidity with one another. And it really is just like physical union is extremely blissful and fulfilling and um, just out of this world. So is coming into harmonious union. It's really challenging working through all of that past trauma that you guys experienced in this physical 3D while you were working on the 5D stuff and your own emotional trauma from your childhood. You know, physical union is really beautiful when you initially come into union, but eventually those things are going to start surfacing. So then you have a chapter of working through those things in the physical, getting to know each other. Like, of course, you're soul connected forever and ever infinitely on a soul level, but in this physical reality, like I'm Brittany in this lifetime. I probably had a different name. And we were probably in union as two different people in our previous lifetimes. So this physical person is getting to know this physical person. But once all of those things are clicked in and you can just literally surrender and like love them no matter what they're doing, no matter what's going on, you know, you keep each other accountable to your best versions of yourself and of the relationship. And it's all, there's a lot of vulnerability and there's a lot of love and a lot of really bringing the best part of you forward. It's like the love makes you so weak, it's so deep that it cracks you open, but the love also is like the gold filling that heals everything and brings you to a greater state of yourself, of harmony, of peace, of love. um, and it's really beautiful to be able to experience it on all of the levels overlapping and simultaneously all at the same time. It's indescribable, honestly. This is my best way of explaining it. So I hope that this video about harmonious union and what that experience is like is helpful for you and your journey. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of the things. It's very helpful for us YouTube creators. I hope you have a beautiful next week and join us for next week's video of Twin Flame Tuesdays. Much love and namaste.